Hey everyone, and welcome. Today we're going to tackle one of the biggest struggles every runner faces, feeling trapped by your training plan. We're going to show you how to stop being a slave to the schedule and start using it as a smart, responsive compass that actually guides you toward your goals without, breaking you in the process. So let's dive in. So this is it, right? This is the classic dilemma. It's that moment where your perfectly written plan smacks right into reality. And honestly, the choice you make right here, in this moment, well, that's what separates the smart, consistent runners from the ones who are just always fighting off injury or burnout. And by the end of this, you're going to know exactly what to do every single time. All right, so before we can learn how to adapt, how to break the rules, essentially, we need to understand what we're aiming for in the first place. This is our blueprint, our North Star. Think of this as the ideal week we're always trying to navigate toward, even when life gets a little choppy. So just take a look at the structure here. It's not random at all. There's a definite rhythm to it. You've got your easy runs down in zone 1. That's a pace where you can hold a conversation. Then you have the tempo or threshold work in zones 2 to 3, which is that kind of comfortably hard feeling. And finally, the really spicy stuff, the high-intensity intervals. But notice the most important part. A hard day is always followed by an easy day. Every single run has a purpose, and they're all building towards that big, important long run on Saturday. In this chart, this basically reveals the secret sauce. A whopping 75% of the entire week is spent at a really easy, low-stress intensity. This is the foundation. This is where you build your endurance and your aerobic base. The hard days, they're actually the smallest slice of the pie, but they are incredibly powerful because they're supported by all that easy mileage. That balance is absolutely everything. Okay, so that's the perfect plan on paper. It looks great in a spreadsheet, right? But what happens when life throws a wrench in the works? Let's put this whole theory into practice with our very first real-world decision point. Oh man, we have all been here. You wake up, you feel foggy, totally drained, just off. And the idea of sprinting up a hill sounds like the worst thing in the world. Now, how you feel is a really powerful signal, but can we actually back that feeling up with some hard data? Yes, we absolutely can. A metric like heart rate variability, or HRV, gives us this objective window into our body's nervous system. So think of it like this. A calm, recovered body has lots of healthy variation between each heartbeat. A stressed out body, though, it's rigid. The beat is monotonous. So when you see a big drop in your HRV score, that's a clear biological red flag that your body's already fighting some kind of battle and it just doesn't have the resources to handle a hard workout. So this is the crucial moment. How you feel and what the data says are telling you the exact same story. You are not recovered. This is the moment of truth. Do you blindly stick to the plan on the paper, or do you listen to the body that you're actually in today? The answer every time is to adapt. You see the signal. You prioritize long-term recovery over some short-term feeling of being tough, and you modify the session. Swapping those brutal hill repeats for a gentle, easy run isn't failure, not at all. It is the single smartest training decision you can make that day. It keeps you from getting injured and makes sure you're actually ready for the next hard workout. Okay, so we know what to do when we feel bad, but what about the opposite? And believe it or not, feeling fantastic can be just as big of a trap. Let's look at another classic decision point. You know this day. Your legs feel amazing, the weather's perfect, and that prescribed easy pace just feels like you're crawling. And that little voice in your head starts whispering, come on, let's open it up a bit. Let's see what we've got today. This right here is one of the easiest ways for runners to accidentally sabotage their own training. Because that easy day has a very, very specific job. Its one and only purpose is to help you recover from the last hard workout so you can be fresh for the next one. When you hammer the pace on an easy day, you turn a recovery session into this messy, moderate day. You do just enough to make yourself tired for tomorrow's quality workout, but not enough to actually get a real training benefit. You are literally robbing from tomorrow to pay for today. And look, this isn't just my opinion. This is the fundamental principle of all training, backed up by decades of science. You don't get stronger during the hard workout. You get stronger when your body rebuilds itself afterwards during recovery. Those easy days are when the magic of adaptation actually happens. You have to respect them. So all these little daily decisions, they don't happen in a vacuum, right? They all add up over the course of a week, creating something we call cumulative fatigue. And learning how to manage this is really the final piece of the puzzle. So, if you get to your long run on Saturday and you're feeling a bit tired in the legs, don't panic. That is supposed to happen. It's a good sign. It means the training is working. It means you've stressed your body and it's in the process of adapting and getting stronger. The goal is never to feel fresh every single day. That's impossible. The goal is to manage that fatigue, to keep it in a productive zone so it doesn't spill over into overtraining. And how do we do that? By doing everything we just talked about, protecting your sleep, especially after hard days, fueling properly on those longer runs, listening to those daily signals like HRV, and, maybe most importantly, making absolutely sure your easy days stay truly easy. All right, let's bring all this home. What does this whole adaptive approach really mean for how you look at your training? It means it's time to stop seeing your plan as a cage and start seeing it as a compass. We have got to get past this idea that the only thing that matters is hitting some magic number of miles or kilometers every week. This is probably one of the most persistent and damaging myths in all of running. And the research on this could not be more clear. How you run your miles is so much more important than just how many you run. The quality, the structure, the balance of intensity, that is what actually drives your performance. A smarter 40 kilometers will beat a junk-filled 65 every single time. Now, let's be crystal clear about something. This is not an excuse to just throw your plan away and run by feel with no structure. It's the exact opposite. It's about committing to a highly intelligent, evidence-based plan that is specifically designed to be flexible and to listen to your body's feedback. So ultimately, that's the question you have to ask yourself. Is your plan a rigid rulebook, or is it a responsive roadmap? A rulebook shatters the second it comes under pressure from real life. But a roadmap helps you navigate whatever comes your way. By learning to listen, to adapt, and to make these smart daily calls, you give yourself the absolute best shot of reaching your destination, healthy, strong, and totally ready to perform.